Oh, poor governance. The challenges that we face today, MP Denise Daly, we would not have been facing them had your government do what they were supposed to do. MP Daly, we are committed. We are so committed, and the Jamaican people have said, your time come and gone.
Come in, family. Carol Fisher. Forward, family. Brown and Rasta, Simone, Dutlin, Ricardio. Forward, hit the like and forward right now. Liliana, come in. Orville. Fire. Wendy. Come in, family. Come in. Come in. Come in. Leon and Lioness in the building. Hit the like button. Joan in the building. Jasmine in the building. Chad in the building. Forward, forward.
We have
Let me talk about it, man.
To come down again, etc. I want you to see.
Bless up, bless up. Like up the live, family. Shower, shower. Put shower in the chat right now. Elaine, big up yourself, same way. Orville, same to the wait. What you mean, family? On the forward, share the live, like the live.
The tax measures introduced by them, Madam Speaker.
Steady.
17 years.
Chris Davis in the building. Good morning from London.
One of these papers have we introduced.
Forward. Brown and Rasta. One Brown and Rasta.
17
Steady.
years, Madam Speaker.
Forward.
Increases.
They need to come down. Come down off of there.
Forward. Let me know who's there right now. Hit the like button. Show up for live. Elaine, Sister Yvette, Jerry, Andrew. Big up. Sure. Forward. Forward, 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 forward. Steady. Electra, John Simless. Greetings, blessings, and welcome to everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My family, sometimes I decide to forward and late just to come talk to the family real quick about what's going on in the nation's politics. Yes, man. So I want to say big up to everybody. Listen, I know it's already late, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to stay very long tonight, but there are certain things I just want to say. So first of all, the first thing I want to say is that PNP protest that was held in Heroes Circle today, that protest, it failed. Everybody put the protest fail. It failed. And that's what I wanted to know right now. Right? So the protest failed, and one of the things we want to talk about is a little bit more on that Gill committee thing. That is the main reason why I'm decide so I'm going forward and talk to the family. Just to talk a little bit more on the Gill committee. I want to say big up to Dr. Andrew Holness, for dropping that information yesterday. So the next thing that we need to talk about is the fact that Dennis Chung reported to work. Everybody say big up Dennis Chung. Dennis Chung, in spite of everything that they went on with today, Dennis Chung reported to work, and that is a big success story in and of itself. Hope Fletcher, big up yourself. Big up to everybody that is there right now. Family, this kind of show is what I call a political messaging show. Elements Grill, big up yourself. It's called a political messaging show. Political messaging is very, very important, family. Because, for instance, you see that protest that PNP went on today. PNP know full flipping well that they have no grounds upon which to stage a protest. They know. They know, but then decide to go out and do it anyway. If anything today, the biggest thing that the PNP wanted to accomplish was to go out there and to test the base, to see how many people really are listening to the message, to see how many people are buying into the lies. Because remember, the polls just came out the other day and it's not looking too good for them. So what they did was them conjure up this whole foolishness, you understand me? And them go out there. The next thing is this. This is not about Dennis Chung, but Dr. Andrew Holness said yesterday that in their quest for power, the PNP will do anything that they think they'll need to do in order to do it. They tried it with Dr. Andrew Holness. They tried it with Dennis Chung. And anybody who missed the video that I did yesterday, make sure you do it. I want to say, big up to the new subscribers, because between that video that we dropped with Mary P yesterday and the one today, notice today I couldn't even comment on the video. A whole lot of new subscribers. So I want to say welcome to the new subscribers. I'm seeing 230 people right now. I'm seeing 49 likes. Make sure you hit the like button. Cindy Lynch, on a big up on yourself. Now, let me hear what Cindy Lynch is saying. All the one Peter Phillips, they must glad. What? Let me see this here. They must glad. Only God can be God. How risers diss him till him cry. Them have no shame. Thank you. Hey, Cindy Lynch, listen. That's the reason why I keep saying, I don't make any distinction between PNP and the risers. Yeah? When I look at things, when I look at the bigger picture, I don't look at them any different. The PNP coming like the bad parents them, and the risers them coming like the bad picnic them will turn out worse than the parents. And that me want to do for know. The PNP coming like a sort of family where them toxic in the family. They fight them one another. Them do every single thing. But if an outsider try to trouble them, the whole of them gang up on the outsider and then beat the outsider and them act as if they are the most unified set of people. That's how they are. A lot of people been trying to sell us this whole idea that, Peter Phillips was a good man until the risers came and they decided that they wanted to oust him out of the leadership of the party. And we're not saying that it never happened. But the argument we're using is this. If it is that the PNP at the time, it was a good party, then we wouldn't hear no allegations about people buying out the PNP and now it's a riser. If the PNP was a good party, before Mark Golding and Peter Bunting and Dayton Campbell them and all of them take it over, there's no way the JLP is a good party. That's the reason why Bunting and Golding, they're trying the same foolishness with the JLP that they did within their own party, and them can't find any success. Come on, man. This is how I come and reason with the people, and that I want you to understand. You understand me? So, I know a lot of people, you make the distinction between the risers, but just know, say, over steady show, a PNP will say. Notice when Dr. Andrew Holness attack, him no say no risers. Dr. Andrew Holness, him no refer to the new set of PNP. No, he talks about PNPism. He talks about the party that's been doing foolishness over the years. So, let me tell you something, one thing I noticed, about PNP, and that's why from early out, I decided that, even before I understood PNPism very well, I decided to listen to me, I'm going to find out for myself what go on. And I remember about a year ago, I was talking to a particular individual, and I said, listen to me, I cannot in all good conscience look at this thing as if this is just a riser, another riser, them mash up Jamaica. It is the old PNP. The riser, them just mash up the old PNP. Thank God I never we have to do it. Because when you hear Dr. Andrew Hall, let's talk about this Bobby Pickers Gill committee thing. If anybody know, look at the video when we do it this morning. Yeah? The video that's doing very well. Where we talk about the Bobby Pickers Gill committee, then you are missing something. Right? But the Bobby Pickers Gill committee, as we know it, and I want to talk about, this is the main thing I want to talk about, family. So in a nutshell, what we talk about today is that in the whole Bobby Pickers Gill committee, this is how them vet people. And the bottom line is, if you're not a comrade, you do not get employed into these statutory institutions, these government-run institutions. So when Jamaica was wondering, what really did I go on in the Integrity Commission? Why JAMP them forward and they keep supporting the PNP? Why is it that the NIA keep supporting the PNP? Why is it that the JFJ keep supporting the PNP? Right? What was Alun Asamba talking about when she talk about we set up our own civic groups and we call it a civic group, but we make sure that it is full of PNP people? Come on now, man. That is what we're seeing right now, why we're having so much confusion in the politics. And on a watch nationwide, George Davis called them hypocrites. He called them hypocrites. Cliff Hughes spoke about the fact that, listen, they know fully well that Dennis Chung is a qualified chartered accountant who work on both sides of the government, who work for DB&G as well. Now, for the people who watch the video and hear this, I love to remind you all. I remember when Kamala Harris was running to become president, Kamala Harris went around and she gave the speech every time. She basically said the same things. We are approaching an election, and in an election season, we have to keep repeating and reinforcing important information so that we can give talking points to the people on the ground. Talking points so that you can understand exactly what really are going on in the politics. So that's the reason why, yes, we put the information in a video this morning, but we're going to put the information out there again, and we're going to come out, we're going to shed some light on the fact that the protest failed, because just like how them are sent out for them political messaging, we have to do it too. And I want to say big up to Dr. Andrew Holness, because now we see the JLP making an effort to come out and talk to the people. Them we see where Abka Fitz Henley and Marlon Morgan, they came and they talked about it. They talk about the whole matter of the Pickers Gill committee, and then they talk about the one that will include DK Duncan, the mobilization thing. You see, Jamaica for the longest while, a lot of people, myself included, we've been unaware of just how deep PNP-ism is. Now, one of the things I never said in the show yesterday, or the one I put out this morning, I put it on a slide, but I didn't comment on it. And what was it? It spoke about the fact that Pickers Gill, the one that them call chairman for life, it's a reason. He's the guy who set up the play. He's the one who set up the thing them within all these bodies. You understand me? I set up the thing so that the PNP people. So basically, two known comrades, Bobby Pickers Gill and DK Duncan, them people were some of the brains behind the PNP machinery, setting up the play, stacking everywhere with PNP people. And I want to say, we need to show our respect and commendation, and we need to make sure that on election day, we do everything to make sure that we go out and vote, because this curse that Dr. Andrew Holness has broken from over Jamaica, it is nothing short of a miracle. Show our labor rights. Let me hear what the people in the comments are saying. We should see more people hitting the like button right now if they're JLP. But as we know, when Steady turn on film camera, I will heap a PNP forward over here. Them not hit the like button, but then listen. And me glad so now listen because I'm telling you this. Uno PNP are fool the most. The disadvantaged people, the poor people, them, the one them, as Mary would have said, the one them who can't think for themselves, as Mary P would have said, the packy head them. PNP take no for packy head. So that's the reason why them go out there and they stage a protest with no sound basis for staging a protest. You understand me? So I think I have something here I can play from Nationwide. You understand me? Because we should have them forward. So I had to come out and talk about the mere fact that Dennis Chung showed up to work today in spite of all that they're putting in the media, in spite of the threat. When they make the threat to the JLP, you know, they say, we've been waiting. We've been waiting, you know. By the way, we want to say big up to the security forces. We saw them out there. They make sure them behave them backside out there today, you know. Because the security forces, they were out there. They make sure them behave them backside out there. And somebody made a comment and them say, it's interesting that a heroes circle them decide to go protest the same place where as King Dan them say allegedly busted it bill, supposed to did build wall out there, but that wall was never built. At the same place the hypocrites them go out there, go stand up and talk today. So JLP people, just understand this. You can't take PNP serious. This 28 bank accounts thing, Dennis Chung spoke about it. We spoke about it in the video already. The man said, listen to me, if you have 2 bank accounts and you have 500 million in the bank accounts, it is a bigger problem than if you have 28 bank accounts but only 2 million in them. So it comes down to the kind of activities that are taking place. That is what determines whether there is corruption or not. The Integrity Commission knows this. The JAMP knows this. You understand me? The NIA knows this. JFJ, the whole of them know this. I want to say big up to the PSOJ because the PSOJ supports the move, you understand me, to hire Dennis Chung. And for those who don't understand what going on yet, just know this. Dennis Chung was not hired by the Prime Minister. We have to put it out there, family. So, family, when I forward and we decide we're going to recap and we're going to talk about these shows, you understand me? Be patient and just listen. Listen and learn. To use the comment section to put comments out there that people can learn from. Don't just say, oh, boy, Steady, do you do show up on this already? Steady, you never research. Remember, Steady have a life like everybody else. There are some times, you understand me, when we can spend some time and we can research and we can give you information you never get before, but that is not the key thing that we need to focus on right now. If you want to know my content strategy, it's like we're playing the game live. When match a play, you know, you've been hearing about match and match kickoff right now. We have to talk as if we are playing in real time. It's play for play because guess what? We have to win this election here or do or die. So, I wanted to talk about the Pickers Gill committee thing because some people, if you didn't know about this and you never did talk about it, you clearly don't understand the implications of this. What we're saying is that the same thing that Mark Golden them stage a protest for today, it is the very lifeblood of the PNP. Because listen, why you think PNP can talk about court so often? The reason they go in court and they win is because them already stacked the system with their own people. So them say, make we go to court. That coming like you go beat up one brother. You understand me? You fight with one brother and you're trying to hash out the conflict with his sister or his family or whatever. And no matter what they do, then decide to then go and take side with for them people. Them. A lot of you all, you've been in marriages, you've been in relationships, you understand how that thing goes. You're there with somebody and the relationship now good. So you call them friend and you call them family members, them and you say, listen to the problem here, and you think say, they would have split justice with you. But no, The PNP was not built to serve the entire Jamaica. The PNP was built to serve the PNP. That's the reason why PNP fight harder than JLP, because JLP will be satisfied when they find out that they might get good roads, they might get light, they might get water, unemployment rate is down. We love that as JLP. PNP na pre none of that. PNP want the $5,000. PNP want to put on the orange. They want to keep round robin. They want to keep dance. Them want to see the dirty labor rights. Them suffer at that them want. So when you hear them forward and them talk about bad mind, foolishness. So let's talk a little bit now. If you look at my post tab and you look at the thumbnail, you see something, and I want you to pay attention to it. So in Central Kingston today, some labor rights gathered, and I love what the labor rights did. Big up to the people them that did it. Oh, by the way, for those who never saw the protest today, make sure you can go watch the protest on Make We Talk by Tavares. Make We Talk by Jeffrey Tavares. Somebody can put that in the comment section. It's a PNP channel. One thing with Tavares is one of them who he was there with Rattigan over foreign there. So, Mr. Tavares started following me on Facebook the other day. I accept Tavares friend request. I say, hold on, Tavares. Then for everything when we put out there about JLP and you support the PNP, take on steady, no man. You understand me? Go on, you see my information. So we give you the challenge, Go and challenge the things that I say about the PNP. And by the way, Tavares, me hear you lie and I tell people about you're not PNP when you know you're a PNP supporter. You're covering PNP stuff. And yes, you did carry a piece of JLP, but you know you're PNP. Stop lying to the people. That's the next part of, and the reason why I call Tavares is an intelligent individual. Me not go call up certain other them name who clearly are packy head and then on the responsibility. But you are an intelligent man. You know, say, you want people to support the PNP. And you can screenshot it and send it to Tavares. You know you support the PNP. But you lie to people. Me hear you do it the other day. But you're not PNP. You are a PNP. You are a supporter of the PNP. Stop lying to the people. And that is how PNP function. It's like once you're a part of PNP, you are tainted. You cannot see objectively and clearly anymore because PNPism is about indoctrination. It's not like Andrew Holness who come out and say, go and check the things that I say to you. Yesterday, Andrew Holness talked about the Pickers Gill Committee. Me hear Cliff Hughes talk about it. Me hear George Davis talk about it. Marlon Margaret talk about it. Steady talk about it. JLP people, if you blog for JLP, you need to be talking about, you need to do some research and talk about the Pickers Gill Committee. It's very, very important. And it is important simply because, you understand me, it tells you that the very things that the PNP is criticizing the JLP for, that them they're doing it. So the reason why them have such a problem with Dennis Chung is that Dennis Chung, the appointment of Dennis Chung at such a high level is a threat to Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, because even having worked with DBG and his own expertise, it means to say the man knows how to find information. Him and a packy head like a Kevin Stevens who could find no information, outsourcing job. By the way, I want to say big up to Mary P. Because yesterday Mary P said on the show that them talk about $31 million for drill. But what about the $31 million where them spend for the forensic report? I want to see it. Me hear Cliff Hughes talk about it today. Big up Mary P. So, listen, we don't claim to be the biggest, baddest show on YouTube when it comes to the politics. But best believe, we can talk off the top of our head about the politics because we already research it and we decide, say, the goal is to educate the common Jamaican people. That's why I do this video, this time of the night. It wouldn't matter to me if I have 2, 3, or 5 I would have still said the same thing because the truth don't need a crowd. But me I look right now and me I see 372 people watching the show. So I want to say thank you for coming on. But just want to see more when I hit the like button. So what the JLP go down, their Central Kingston I talk about today now. What did they say? Them said choose Jamaica. We see who is working. Just understand that a part of the strategy that the PNP is using is to distract the people from the fact that Jamaica's crime rate has been drastically reduced. It's the best it's been in 34 years. Poverty has been decreased by 50%. It's at 8% right now. They want to distract from that. They want to distract from the fact that the security forces has been resourced and crime gets solved quicker now. You see the shipment of gun the other day. All them guns there with them seized with all the rounds of ammunition. 2 days after, we heard another story. We heard about travel advisory being better, Jamaica being upgraded because Jamaica is now a safer place. This is what they're trying to do. So Dennis Chung represents the very thing that the Pickers Gill committee was set up to do. They cannot afford. The PNP don't want a debate. Why you think PNP? If you look even at the chat, in the comment section of the video that I did yesterday, you see the PNP them in there. PNP don't. They don't come with the talking points. They only want to win the election for the party politics. And so this is not about winning a debate with PNP. This is about understanding how PNP work and understand that on election day, remember, from last year, and this just show you we dig up Integrity Commission. This was the show it was the first show to say, no, this was an inside thing that was happening long before the details came out, long before they got to Parliament. Anybody want to know about FinSac? You go watch my video on FinSac. If you've never seen a FinSac video before, go ahead and look at that video. The truth about FinSac, go and watch that video. That was almost a year ago. Lots of information based on research. You will get to understand exactly what FinSac was because a lot of people don't understand. That was a video that caused my channel to blow up. Go and familiarize yourself with this. Mark Golding. One thing we need to understand is this. By the way, let me look at the talking point. So, another thing says, stop fighting the future. You understand me? Another thing says, stop harassing public service workers. Some people say, Mark Golding, come out and show us exactly what going on. We still need to see your birth certificate. We still need that information. Yeah? So the people went out and they put out real talking points that the PNP, they can't do anything about. I think we have Abka. By the way, I am going to reach out to Father Trent, and Father Trent is going to share some thoughts with us. And listen, I'm not going to be very long on the show. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's hear what Abka Fitz-Henley had to say. We saw him in that press conference with Marlon Morgan today. Let's hear what he has to say. I don't know my Bluetooth love jump off already, you know. But it look like it connected. I want to go on here, so. You understand me? Let's go back. If we can't play Abka, most of you would have heard it already. So we don't even need for even a pre for that right now. Let me just close down this one to make sure it's in the make no noise. Yeah? And let me use this remote to turn up this speaker. I still can't get this in a simple problem this will solve.
Is vulgar and inappropriate, and administration will not be
two of them are playing now.
taking action which would represent a breach of due process.
Oh, let me connect the right speaker. Let's hear what he has to say. He most likely will be saying the same things I'm saying, but we're going to go for it.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Disconnected or connected? All right, let's see what's going on. Let's go.
A breach of due
Slammed the PNP chairman, Senator Abka Fitz-Henley, slammed the PNP for what he described as attempting to bully the government into improper conduct.
This media conference is not a defense of Dennis Chung. It is a condemnation of the PNP.
Bluetooth connected.
His insistence that administration improperly interferes in a process supervised by and coordinated by an independent body. The action taken by the PNP this morning in the vicinity of National Hero Circle is vulgar and inappropriate, and the administration will not be bullied into taking action which would represent a breach of due process.
He went further, describing the behavior of members of the PNP as asinine.
On my way here, I saw a clip where a PNP candidate, Isat Buchanan, who, it's a matter of public record, is a convicted cocaine smuggler and has served time in the United States. He stated on a political platform that Dennis Chung will not and should not serve as Chief Technical Director of the FID. How ironic, how asinine, how contemptuous of the sensibilities of the Jamaican people.
So now hear what Abka had to say, right? So them are gonna have somebody, ISAT, who was criminally convicted twice, I believe. You understand me? Out here talking about Dennis Chung should not be serving, but them have ISAT, a criminal that they're carrying to serve the people. But as we said before, PNP, them not have no plans to serve the people. All they want to do is to win the election so that them can fatten them pocket now. At the NIR, them have them money pan. At the NIR, them have them mind pan people. Let's hear what Father Trent have to say right now. You understand me? I said to you. So total hypocrites. By the way, big up to everybody in the chat. You understand me? We're just talking as we go along. You understand? Father Trent, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. What go on, family? Yeah, man. So you hear what go on out here?
Yeah, I take you to show.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you right now, I want Jamaican people to understand what I'm going on.
Mm-hmm.
And understand how loud and irresponsible these people are.
Yeah, man.
And they're trying their very best to go in the mud.
Mm.
They're trying their best to have something to say. Because they can't run and crime is up.
Right.
Them can't talk about the hospital them again. You know?
They were trying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As I hear Mr. Vega say, either this morning or yesterday, everything them do, it has stayed away. You can't hear it. The truth is the truth. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they're trying to blind some people.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly what I'm doing. You done the same way?
Yeah, man, I want to say something, you know.
Yeah.
Right there, you know,
Yeah, man.
Take what hats off, you know,
Yeah.
to the Prime Minister. You know,
Yes, man, every time.
By giving Mr. Chung a detailed team, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Because I want people to know they got rid of Douglas Chambers years ago, you know. Them take forever to lock up these two men, you know.
You know, hear that, people? I want them to hear that a while ago.
Them invite the man down at the bus park over Spanish Town. Set them up. Only Jesus can come up on the cross and tell me, and I set them up the man.
So,
because of the findings that we had.
And we know, say, because anybody read PNP history, you know, say, a pure corruption. All of the bodies that them set up. Corruption. It's a cult, you know. You understand me, I said to you? And it's a self-serving cult. Them not there to serve Jamaica, them there to serve themselves. So, you make a good point when you say we're glad the security detail is around Dennis Chung. I want to say big up to Dennis Chung for following through. You see, they want Dennis Chung out the system because they won't have them surrogates like Kevin and all of them. You know, you ever wonder, how is it that Mark Golden, we hardly know him? How is it that I went as far as to tell we how much money in the Prime Minister mother bank account? But you have this man who, whenever born in Jamaica, running for Prime Minister, and the man not even show the birth certificate, and yet him forward out. I try to divide Jamaicans against themselves.
Let me tell you this, you know.
Yeah,
Straight up, you know.
yeah.
Mark Golden have no respect to the Jamaican people. Because if he had that respect, he would have come out and clear his name and said, "Same thing."
Easily. Easily.
You have got on people YouTube channel and I put things in a darkness, in a light, and I do all kind of foolishness. Listen to me.
But you won't bring it to the House of Parliament.
Still, anybody at modern day time, you know, any man can go up on them website and print down something, you know.
Yeah, man.
Who am I trying for? And look how the man have the nerve. I tell Jamaican people, say, him go join a line to get a visa. When he have a British book.
Yeah. Lie, man. Lying Mark Golden. Criminal-minded Mark Golden.
And then sit down there and look for the man and nobody said to him, say, yo, you know, another process, you have a British book? We don't know that process then.
Let me comment on that. Jamaican people, I know that we used to believe that it was the media's job. CVM, RJR, all of them, you know, the whole RJR group, all of them. We used to think it is their job to educate us. It is not their job to educate us. It is their job to run their media houses and make the money that they can. The business of media is not there to educate. The business of media is a business like any other business. Yeah? They are in the business for profit. They are not in there to educate people. If them did that if educate people, PNP would not even be saying anything today. Just understand that. Just like how you see them now report good news for the JLP, they're not reporting the bad news of the PNP, and them live through the time. They know. But as we know, they are PNP aligned, and when it come down to it, the media houses are run by rich Tapanarish people in Jamaica. We see Matalan, who run the Gleaner. Him forward and him endorse Mark Golden. So Jamaica people, regular people, just understand this. Do not rely on the media to educate you. And next thing, you'll see them a community tab, I think, Dujan. On the June 5th, he's saying, you know, boycott all of the RJR group. Look at them a post tab, you will see it, or look on Dujan's channel. You will see it. Make sure you boycott them. I still need to I need to watch the video to find out exactly what actions we need to take or what's expected so that we can stand in solidarity against them. Go ahead, brother. I just wanted to say that. So make sure. Yeah.
The RJR group, I lose millions.
Yeah.
The man might lose millions. You understand?
But they still not change course.
Them not change course, brother. The man them rather go down nosedive with the ship. Because the body club, you know. See, I hear what more Jamaican people understand. You see, people, if I'm gonna walk around and this is the PNP style. If you get people hand up, more the understanding of people. I'm gonna put Jamaica first. I mean, I see PNP and JLP like that. We say a Jamaican first. Right, no matter what color man want to wear, every man free to do what they want to do. But let me tell you something, PNP. If a man walk and I give him money, and when he feel like he give him money, you think he want you get no better?
You know why you get no better. That man is using you, you know.
That man, you stay one place.
Yeah, man, that man is just using you, man. You understand me? I said to use him or use you. So, Bunting, go ahead, brother.
Let me tell you something. You see, back in the 90s, most of the things that were the JLP set up back in the 80s. You know, oh, the man them, you know, say they about long time.
Yeah, man, then I see I got set up hard, man.
They about long time. And you know, say back in the mid-90s, when PJ and one of them around the place, them cut the front speed and cut our staff.
Yeah, man. Remember, you know.
Good program.
Remember, the PNP operate through institutions. Yeah? Institutions. So like how you see them have a hole on the teacher them and they have a hole. They target people by institutions. Me even I learn, say Pickney, I learn about PNP from them I go a what? Primary or high school. Yeah? At them something there. So what I say is that the machinery them build. That's why Dr. Andrew only say yesterday in his speech. Him say they think they have a title to Jamaica. They think they own Jamaica. The one of the most powerful things the man said yesterday, is when him say, yeah, the JLP may be in government. I don't remember if this is exactly what he said. Him said the JLP may be in government, but the PNP is always in power. So you have to understand the mindset that they're operating for. So in a fit them mind, them are the government. In a fit them mind, them set up so many things to work in their favor that even when JLP they're in a power, they still find a way to manipulate the systems. That's why we have Kevin Stevenson right now. And them are going to come forward on platform and talk about the Prime Minister's statutory declarations isn't certified. People, let me remind you, right? Bruce Golden started up this whole thing with the Integrity Commission, holding the PNP to the foolishness. Mark Golden came on board and he saw an opportunity. When Andrew Holness became the Prime Minister in 2016, they came up with the Integrity Commission Act in 2017. What do you think they did do? They used it to be a witch hunt body because they know exactly what them do when them in a government. Thief up the whole of the money, which end up costing the life of Douglas Chambers, where you just talk about, and a lot of people. Right? They set up they use it and enforce it. And since then, he's been riding on the Integrity Commission because them set up the Integrity Commission thinking that Andrew Holness would be doing the same government corruption that PNP is known to do throughout all their administration, such as Cuban light bulb, where them supposed to give a free bulb. Instead of that, them go ahead and them set up a bag of shell companies and so on and collect money. Company when are registered, contractors who not registered. We just talk about the one in the Hero Circle already. You understand me? Give people all kind of contracts and pay them out way more money where they don't work for. You probably know more about this than me. So we are say they have always been a party that uses the government. So the real issue with PNP, is that we are seeing so many things being done by the JLP right now that we never knew that a government could do so much for the country because we live under PNP for so long, and PNP always use up the country's money to fatten them pockets and to buy votes and so on. So when Andrew only step in and him mash up the whole system, that's the reason why the rich at the very top who used to benefit from the corruption benefit the most. Them upset now because poor people now get opportunities. And we need to remember, the Tapanaris in the country, they are not the ones that are providing the jobs for Jamaica. It is the ICT industry, the BPO, the call centers. It is the rest, the hotels from overseas. The construction.
The country.
All of them something there. So I know the Tapanaris them provide the thing them. So the Tapanaris them, they want to use the country for their own benefit. Them want to give back Matalan, the whole heap of contract them for build up the whole heap of houses them. And then Mark Gold and them same come and talk about there is no affordable housing that's going on. A lot of these foundations were set under PNP.
Yes, man. Let me tell you something steady where them do in the 90s. And I'll pass it on simple to people. Them turn Jamaica in the 90s coming up to the early 2000s. We just a chip away from it, right?
Yeah, man.
We turned the whole place into hustling.
Yeah.
Hustling.
Yeah.
The man stand up on corner like I sell drugs. Load that man. Man, I don't listen to me. Somebody's going to die. Because what you know, this hustling mentality is a Nancy thing. Man, I try hustle you up, man, I do this. Somebody are going to get hurt because somebody are going to get swindled and a man are going to feel good. You understand? We step away from that now and more young people and work. The man now be stand up on the bus terminal and a partner taxi.
And
When
they...
you in a certain place now, you don't see the youth have gone over.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's very true. One of the things I want the regular Jamaicans to, and I keep emphasizing it, yeah, is the fact that Dr. Andrew Holness has paved the way to make life better and easier for the regular Jamaicans. You see, what we never knew, is that we think the politician, them, you see what them doing, them use the word is love, yeah? And they say a lot of things that sound good. But these things, they don't play out in practice. What Dr. Andrew Holness is doing is everything that they're trying to tell us that Michael Manley was. But the problem is that Michael Manley, he never had the results, because I remember this whole Pickers Gill committee. All right, so for instance, Pickers Gill committee. You remember that whole shell waiver foolishness there with PJ? When Manley tell the whole of them, resign, resign, resign. Right? And then Manley end up hiring back the same government ministers them after telling them to resign. And then it was like what, a year or two after that, PJ Patterson became the prime minister and end up becoming the longest serving prime minister. So what may I say is this: once PNP get the opportunity to become the government, it is nothing but party politics and corruption, and it follows every administration up to this very one. So what may I say is this: when you go to court and you think so you're going to get justice, you're not going to get no justice in a court, because them stuck. They know how to do it because their people are for them people. So this is a serious thing. So we have to get the third term, and we have to have more young, upcoming, brilliant Jamaicans. Because listen to me, we're going to have to get more aggressive with the politics in the third term. Because in the third term, we're going to have to focus on voter education, Every voter must really get to understand. It's like we're going to have a school of politics with the JLP, where you sit down in a classroom and you really go over the things that the PNP has been doing, because that's what they have been doing. And you hear Dr. Andrew Holness talk about it, but it's going to have to be very, very serious. So what I say is that Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, they built a worse party called the Risers, but the blood that runs through the Risers is the same PNP blood. And nobody now go tell me otherwise. So, I know that a lot of people will watch a lot of channels, you understand me, and they have different talking points and so on. Over steady show, the election no confirm it, and we're not hating on anybody. We just tell you we focus over here, so. No confirm until the last vote is counted and the majority of the constituencies are in the column of the JLP. We do not want labor rights to be complacent, such as what happened in the local government election. No, it's a good thought to understand or to believe or to have the faith, that we're going to win. But don't be spreading this information around, because we're going to have to fight. You hear Mark Golding say, they're not going to give it up so easy. So the question is, if something as simple as Dennis Chung's appointment could have sparked a whole protest today on a Monday morning, for sure it's enough PNP, they're not working, A Monday morning, then do it, because they know, say, and them alone go out there, because JLP people, they are work Monday morning at 9 a.m.
Listen, when I study, man.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me, man.
The man, them I try everything in the playbook. But you see what happened today? I play them get played out.
Oh, you mean they then get played
police
out?
there, I watch them, and people are drive past them, and them alone over there.
At them alone, man.
Let me tell you something. It's not, listen to me. The young people of today, anywhere from 18 to even 36, 37, they're not looking on them.
A real thing,
You
me see.
understand?
Me
They
see.
mash up the PNP party. Mark and Peter Bunting, mash up that.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
me
but
tell you,
the point I want to
mash up
remind
that
people of
step
is that the
around.
PNP was bad before Mark and Bunting came along. Me just want people to remember that the peace, it's probably just gotten worse right now.
Listen, me, let's say at least a step up from the man. Them enough of the man step up.
Yes, man.
Them have some other little man. I make them look, I embarrass themselves. Dr. Dahl, Damon Crawford, the man they don't know what them I think. And them man are bright and brilliant, you know.
Yeah.
When they make them people are pushing out and them now get so.
Yeah,
You understand them are used, you know.
yeah, man, them I use them as pawns. As a matter of fact, somebody sent me one video where Dawes did in a some gym. So I don't know where him I say, but it's like him that they are gimmicks the man. We're in the gym and the man say, one thing I gotta tell you. Yeah. The trainer said, do not vote for Dr. Dawes. Dr. Dawes said, cut it. I love that. You understand what I said to you? And that reaching, man. You see me?
Don't vote for that.
May I look for some social media comments right now over here where people have to say, because I like to take the feedback from everywhere, you know. And somebody said these people really hate the PM. Every day something new. Mind God rat reach, you know. You understand me? And I saw them then just hate that the PM is standing in their way, you know.
Them can't run for nothing, man. The man just a dig and try everything and a hope with stick, man.
But just imagine if I never them I control the Integrity Commission. Just imagine if that ugly boy Kevin Stevens was a half decent Jamaican youth who had it in him to serve the country. You understand me? Just imagine if the Integrity Commission did not do them real job. Mark Golding probably wouldn't even in Jamaica right now, you know, because the information is out there. And like I say, when the OCG did investigate them, they came back with findings. Abka Fitzhenley talk about it. But you know what they came back and say? The same Greg Christie who was running the OCG at the time. Greg Christie said, you know, the things that they did, the transactions that they did, all the government contracts that they were getting, they appear highly improper and irregular. It is the same as corruption, you know. So PNP have a way for interchange words for make it look like when it say they were highly improper and irregular, that it's any different from corruption. It's the same corruption, but they know these lawyers, they know how to twist things.
Use words, man.
Twist them and twist the thing. It's the same corruption, people. Furthermore, I read, I'm going to bring it up one of them there back. Yeah? It said that they were referred for disciplinary action. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, they were referred. But this is how they play the internal politics. So yeah, it said they were referred. But what happened after the referral? Why don't we have anything on public records to say they pay such a fine? Yet, the same Mark Golding came back. Hold on, no. The same Mark Golding come back. Hold on, let me make the point here. The same Mark Golding forward back. Set up the Integrity Commission and the man incorporate the OCG, all the bodies that are set up to investigate corruption, and bring everything under the one Gill committee umbrella, because it's the same thing we are dealing with, you know. Nothing not change, you know. And bring everything under the one, so they're all working together. And Mark Golding now, he was, so in other words, them try him in the system and him fail in the system. So now he rise to a different position and him go back and him take the same system and him incorporate it and turn it in an Integrity Commission. And up to this day, yes, you see something came out the other day that you know, the court basically decides that them can't force. They say they can't force the Integrity Commission to certify the information, even though there are no credible findings. Remember, say when them look on it in a parliament, you know, it showed that the findings, it did not match the recommendation, you know. So how is it that you're going to say you never find nothing, but you still want to refer me for further investigation. You send me overseas and everywhere. So now that the FID forward, Kevin Stevenson clearly did not go to the FID before. I don't know if it's because he never confident that they would be able to play the same game. So now, Dennis Chung is now a part of the FID, or now he's there. Now you put somebody there who's actually competent. You tell me. They decided to get rid. Chuman. Go ahead and talk. Yeah, man.
Let me tell you something. It's a daytime Campbell friend. And anyone dig up nothing back. It have to come through Chung. And what them all do right now, them have to open a can of worms.
Yes, man. Yes, man. So it's a lot of difficulties.
Don't get asked for nothing.
Open
it up, man.
Yeah, man.
Dennis is here.
Yeah.
Dennis is a chartered accountant. Them money work with numbers. You can't hide nothing from them. So we can. Yeah, man. Daytime, tell your friend to send anything to your Prime Minister. Dennis Chung is there. That's why I'm nervous. Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So the real problem, the real issue, and listen, I know what it is to work in organizations where what they really try to do is to use Dennis Chung as a scapegoat, you know. Yeah? So this is not about Dennis Chung. This is about Dennis Chung's function now put somebody in the position to now have to scrutinize the claims of Mark Golding. So just like how Mark Golding did talk about him, he was a corporate lawyer in Jamaica, and when it comes on to industry input and so on, he was the one doing all that kind of stuff. And we know that he was behind FinSac. Yet, when we come to Mark Golding, I will say, Mark Golding, how you not claim FinSac? Him say he was never a part of it. Yet, him on record saying that he was Omar Davies's, you understand me? He was Omar Davies's advisor.
Yeah.
You see what I said to you? So, as a result of that, you understand me? Them mess up. Let me see what's going on right here, so. Hold on. All right, let's keep moving. Yeah, man. So they mess up the thing. My brother. So they are fearful of what might happen now that, you understand me, you have somebody who is going to be objective and like a Kevin Stevenson who are work with the PNP. And there's no doubt about that. So that is really the problem. So I want Jamaica people understand that. Do not follow the noise. Follow the facts. Go ahead and make your statement now, my brother. You understand me?
You know the funny thing about it. Dennis Chung is such a humble person.
Yeah, man.
We see him a football match. We see him. He's a man that loves sport, you know. He loves sport. And we see him all over the place. And I tell you something. I have right now I talk to love to the man. Humble guy. So I don't know who me. I try frightening the man that say, hey, Mr. Prime Minister, I need the security detail.
They might try intimidate the man.
Yeah. Them kill my friend before. I'm not going down that road. Let me tell you something. Right now, Mark and Peter, nervous. Listen to me. Right now, I just say something in the whole place that. Yeah. Right now, them good at can't pop.
See there? See there?
Believe you me. So I can't sleep all tonight.
So we want the people. We are approaching 1 hour right now, and I had no intention of going over an hour. But family, again, in closing, you know, so when we look at social media, again, for those who never saw the protest, you can go into Tavares's tab. You understand me? Tavares is Make We Talk by Jeffrey Tavares. You will see what the PNP them are say over there, because it's good for you to see that information too. You can go ahead and you can look at that. Of course, Nationwide has the better news. It's all over social media. Make sure you go ahead and do it. So family, if you are a JLP, make sure you go ahead and you hit the like button before we go. So tonight was never one of them. I see a lot of comments. I never got the chance to look at the comments as I used to. But family, this was a messaging show. And again, we just wanted to come out here and make everybody understand how we ought to be thinking and what we need to be focusing on right now going into this election. So listen, there will be more to come in, but I want you to understand that we have always been up against a giant in terms of the PNP, based on how PNP operate internally. And the PNP, is a tainted set of people, them, and there's no going around that. You see what I say? So Father Trent, I don't know if you have any final words to share with us, as we close out tonight, Yeah.
I always have to tell the Jamaican people,
Yeah.
I have to put Jamaica first.
Yeah, man.
Always check your facts.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
let nobody throw down the throat.
Yeah, man.
We all have a preference, but we can't. I believe this Prime Minister deserves a third term.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, real talk, family. We have to put Jamaica first in this time. So, right now we just want to say, remember, put Jamaica first. It's the right thing to do. You understand me, family? It's been a pleasure talking to everybody. You understand me? It's been a pleasure for everybody to come out, share with the steady show. I want to big up on yourself same way. You understand me?
Up in a steady family.
Big up yourself, Father Trent.
Every time.
Every time, brother. May I try to figure out which of them speaker them on. Bless up, family.
Jumping at the river when me ready for pain. Boy can't buy me out, me no foreign minded, no way compared to Jamaica.
Family, bless up.
Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love.
Oh, me realize I want the problem.
Everybody wanna visit Jamaica, Jamaica love.
Thank you, family.
Jamaica
Have a good night.
we wanna see.
Like, share, and subscribe. Sorry, Fernando. Next time.
Citizens of Jamaica.
Blessed love, everybody.
Jamaica.